Hello everyone, Lynsie McKeown here. So today's practice is going to be around cultivating the pranic force of Samana Vayu at the navel center. Okay, now that was a lot of information or a lot of words if you're not really familiar with what Vayus are or what Samana is or even what prana is. But prana is vital energy and it moves in different ways in our bodies. In the yoga tradition, there's 5 different ways prana moves in the body, and we call that vayus or winds. It translates to wind. So that moves like a wind in different ways in the body. And so Samana Vayu is the wind that governs the navel center. And the reason that we would want to focus on cultivating this energy of Samana is because it is responsible for our capacity to digest. Now, that doesn't mean just to digest food and extract the nutrients from that food and to eliminate the waste. It also means it's our capacity to digest information that is coming in and to extract, the nutrients or the gems of that information and then let go of the rest of that. And I think we can all agree that there's a lot of information coming in all the time, and we're inundated with information and we're really at capacity or over capacity to be able to digest that. And most of us are living on overwhelm. So we need to have this really strong, powerful force at the navel in order to be able to digest, assimilate, metabolize, and then let go of all the extra stuff so that we can really make sure that we're thriving and that we're healthy in our body, mind, and emotions, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine physical movement, pranayama, breath, as well as some chanting, because prana, vital energy, we can get that through movement, but we really amplify it through breath, and then we can also amplify it through sound, okay? So if you're not comfortable with chanting, just listen, and that's fine. You can just do it mentally. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start seated, spine tall, hands, just let them come to the belly, and let the belly just be soft. There's so much criticism around our physique and our identity and in relation to our self-worth, and we just want the belly to be soft and just have this sense of honoring this part of our body that is this hub of power. So we're going to just breathe in and then exhale through the mouth. You can go ahead and close the eyes. Let's do that one more time. So breathe in, open the mouth, and exhale, and just pause here and just feel the breath move in and out through the nose, and how the belly expands with the inhale and how there is a soft contraction of the belly with the exhale. And we're setting that intention to build the pranic forces here at the belly to help us digest all that information coming in so that we can stand in our own light, that we can discern with more clarity, and we cannot be overwhelmed by too much food, by too much drink, by too much thought, too much information. And we're going to open with the chant Om Samanaya Swaha. Now we're just adding a ya at the end of Samana. So it's Om Samanaya Swaha. Samana is when we chant it, we're just activating the pranic force of Samana. Swaha means we're opening up to that force of Samana. Okay, so you can chant with me or just listen 3 times, breathing in. Om Samanaya Swaha. Keep awareness at the belly. Om Samanaya Swaha. Om Samanaya Swaha. And then mentally, I open up to the pranic forces of the navel center to help me digest, assimilate, metabolize the nutrients and the nourishment of what I bring into my body. And I have the strong capacity to let go of what is waste and unhelpful. That might even be toxic or harmful. And then when you're ready, open the eyes. And then let's come over onto your hands and knees. Okay, so tabletop position. Let's breathe in, lift the heart, lift the sit bone. And then exhale, draw the navel in, chin in, dome the back. Okay, let's add on. We're going to breathe in, lift the heart, lift the sits bones. And then as you exhale, draw the chin in, navel in, and let's shift back into a child pose, just bowing it down to the floor. And we're going to breathe in, come up to all fours, and we're going to add our chant in here. Eyes can be opened or closed. Om Samanaya Swaha. Breathe in, come up to all fours. We'll do it 2 more times. Om Samanaya Swaha. Inhale, and again, opening up to your own capacity to digest. Om Samanaya Swaha. And let's do one more mentally, breathing in. And then as you exhale, just feel that sound, that vibration of the mantra resonating at the belly. And then inhale, come up to all fours. Pause here and exhale. So throughout this practice, keep awareness at the navel center. Let's take the right arm up to the sky. Inhale. And then we're going to thread the needle, sweep the arm between your left hand and knee. Bring the shoulder and the temple down to the floor. And just pause here and breathe, navel hugging to the spine. And at any point through this practice, you can bring the mantra in mentally and just keep seeding it, planting it at the navel. Okay, let's inhale. Take the right arm back up to the sky. Now, exhale, bring the hand down, but crawl the hand forward. Just slide it forward. Bow the forehead down to the mat. And so here I'm hugging my left elbow in. I'm extending the right arm, so I'm isolating the stretch to the right side of the body. Still hugging the navel to the spine. I'm just feeling that extension and expansion through the right side of the body. And the breath is smooth and even. 2 more breaths. And then slide the right hand underneath the shoulder, and then we'll switch sides. So with the in-breath, the left arm comes up to the sky, and as you exhale, thread the arm underneath you. Temple and shoulder come down to the mat. And there's a sense of awareness and vitality building at the belly. Okay, inhale, let's come out of it. Left arm sweeps to the sky. And now with the exhale, bring the hand down to the mat. And this is where we slide the arm forward. Right elbow hugs in, forehead towards the mat or to a block. I'm just feeling that extension through the left side of the body. Front ribs hugging in. And just hearing the breath becoming more smooth and even with each breath in and out. Okay, slide the left hand back underneath the shoulder. Now let's curl the toes under. Take a breath in. And with the exhale, shift back to your downward facing dog. So you can pedal the feet a little bit here if you like. But just keep in mind, we think that downward facing dog is all about the hamstrings. But I want you to bring more of your awareness to the spine. So if you need to bend the knees a little bit to find more extension in the spine, do that.
So we start to lengthen the spine and start to feel more expansion, more space between the vertebrae. Now bring your awareness down to the belly. And then bring in that mantra mentally, the Om Samanaya Swaha. I am opening it up to my own power, my own personal power, to be able to digest any information that's coming in and to really extract what is true. Like, we get a lot of information coming in all the time and we can be overwhelmed by it, not understanding or trusting our own intuition, our own intuitive forces. Let's go ahead and walk the feet to the top of the mat. Come into this forward bend, soft bend in the knees. You can grab the elbows and sway a little bit if that feels good. And remember to keep an ujjayi breath, so the soft contraction of the throat, breathing in and out through the nose. Because remember, through the breath, we draw prana into the body, more so than the physical movement. Okay, let's bend the knees, slowly come up, one vertebra at a time. Head lands over the pelvis, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feeling the strength of mountain within you. Smooth inhale and smooth exhale. Okay, let's take the arms to the sky. Inhale. Feet are hip distance apart and parallel. We're going to exhale and sit back into chair pose, but then we're going to bring the belly all the way down to the thighs. Relax the head, look towards the sits bones. And then you're going to breathe in and lean back into chair pose. Okay, now with the exhale, belly comes down to the thighs. Okay, we're going to alter the breath just a little bit here. So we're going to breathe in, lean back. Now with the exhale, let's lengthen the exhale for a count of 5. And as you lengthen the exhale, it's a great opportunity to bring in the mantra mentally. And if you want to chant it out loud, feel free to do that as well. So we're going to breathe in, lean back. The knees are staying bent. Chest lift, collarbones lift. Now we're going to exhale for a 6 count, nice and slow. Om Samanaya Swaha. And then let's lean back. Inhale to stay with it. We only have 2 more. Exhale, 7 count this time. Still bringing in the mantra, planting it in the belly, because our thoughts can direct prana anywhere we want. Inhale, lean back. So we can become masterful at directing prana. 8 count exhale. Om Samanaya Swaha. So become masterful of how you direct your energy instead of wasting it, because we're not paying attention. Inhale, lean back. Now pause here and exhale. Now inhale, rise. No rush out of that, right? And then exhale, arms float down. Take a pause, breathe in and breathe out. Okay, let's take the arms to the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, we're going to fold it down, hinging from the hips, fingertips towards the floor. Come up halfway, breathe in. Flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back with your left foot, drop the knee down to the floor, Anjaneyasana, arms sweep up by the ears, hug the belly in. And then exhale, plant the hands, step to the top of the mat. Option to interlace the hands behind the back if it's okay on your shoulders. And then inhale, come up halfway, and then the arms sweep out to the side and continue all the way up. Palms press above the crown and exhale to the heart. Okay, second side. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, fold it down. Chin stays in. Soft bend in the knees. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, step back with your right foot, knee to mat, arms sweep up, breathe in. And then exhale, plant the hands, step to the top of the mat. Option to interlace the hands or just bring them to your sacrum or keep them on the floor. And then inhale, pull from the belly and heart, not the head. Arms sweep up. And then exhale to the heart center. Okay, let's do 2 more on each side. Each time, smooth the breath out. Really keep refining the breath. And then you'll start to refine your capability of collecting, building prana in the body. Exhaling, step back, left foot, knee to mat. Inhale. And exhale. plant the hands, step to the top of the mat, interlace behind or not. Inhale, rise, arms sweep. And then centering breath, exhale. Inhale, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, chest expands away from the waist. Exhale, step back with your right foot, knee to the mat. Inhale, lean back, but keep hugging the belly in. And then exhale, step to the top. Inhale, try not to lift the chin. Arms sweep. And then center into the heart. Okay, we're going to do one more on each side. Smooth breath in. We're not rushing the breath. Even though we're building a little bit of prana here, we're building a little bit of heat, we want to be able to control the breath. If we control the breath, we control prana. If we control prana, guess what? Then you can start to control, you ready for this? The mind. Okay, exhale. Step to the top of the mat. Interlace the hands behind the back. Breathe in, rise. Palms press, center into the heart. Okay, last one. Breathe deep. And then exhale completely. Just slow it down so you can really feel all the breath leaving the body. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then let's step back with the right foot, knee to mat, arms sweep up, breathe in. And then exhale, plant the hands, step to the top. Interlace if you like. Inhale, pull from the low belly, arms sweep up. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Pause here, breathe in. And breathe out, Om Samana Swaha. Keep reminding yourself why you've shown up to your mat, what the intention is, because the mind will wander and forget. So we just keep bringing the intention, bring the mantra back in, bring the breath back in, so our prana is not being wasted. Okay, let's step back with the left foot. We're going to come in to warrior one here, arms sweep up by the ears. Okay, now let's take the right hand behind you to the sacrum. Okay. Lift up out of the waist. Your belly is pulling in. Take a deep breath in. And then we exhale. You're going to straighten the leg. Bring your arm down by the side. Okay, now when you inhale, lean forward. Lift the heart. Lift the collarbones. And then exhale. Arm comes down. Now we're going to change the breath. Working with the inhale. Inhale for a 5 count. Keep looking on the horizon or maybe a little bit above. And then exhale. Straighten the leg. Feel the belly hug in. Okay, 6 count. Inhale. And we're going to progress to that 7 and that 8 count. Inhale. Gaze is steady. 8 count. Inhale. Now let's pause here and exhale. Keep pushing to that outer edge of that back foot so you feel this lengthening of the left side of the body. Gaze is steady. And there's a fullness to the inhale. And there's a sense of stability with the exhale. Now let's straighten the front leg. Sweep the left hand behind you and grab your left wrist with your right forefinger and thumb. Step forward just slightly so you can square the hips. Keep the chin in, breathe in. And then exhale, fold down over the leg. Now keep squaring the shoulders to the leg. Chin is in. Find one focal point for the gaze. Bring your awareness to the navel. Om Samanaya Swaha. And if it's difficult to remember this mantra, just repeat Om. 2 more breaths. Okay, now from here, come up halfway. Stretch the chest forward, not the chin. Take your left hand down to the floor, or here you can use your block on the inside of the foot, or to the outside. But keep the chest stretching forward. Take a deep breath in. Pull the right hip back, navel in, and twist. Stacking the shoulders. Hand can stay at the sacrum, or you can float the arm. But the twist does not come from the arm. The rotation comes from your power hub at the belly. You can continue to look down, or you can look up at your thumb. My neck's been a little tweaky recently, so I'm going to look down. But we'll all stay here for 3 more breaths and really control the inhale and the exhale. Feeling that sweet hugging in of the navel to the spine, and perhaps just drawing in that sound of Om Samanaya Swaha. Okay, now let's backstroke the arms and then parallel the feet. Take a pause here, feet wide. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, you ready to bring the mantra again? Okay, either mentally or out loud. Take the arms out to the side. We're going to the right, okay? So I'm not going to mirror you today, so you're just going to have to follow. Breathe in. Bend your right knee and exhale. Take your hand to the outside of your right foot. You can even use your block here if you like. And then we're going to inhale, come up. And we're going to do this 3 more times. We're going to chant. Om Samanaya Swaha. Inhale, rise. Nice, smooth, controlled breath and movement. Om Samanaya Swaha. Inhale, come up. Last one, opening up. Om Samanaya Swaha. Pause here and breathe in and out. So if you want, you can start to straighten the right leg a little bit, but still see if you can keep the shoulders stacking, looking down or looking up towards your thumb. But think more about extending the spine, trying to find more space away from the thigh. The lower rib cage starts to extend more parallel to the floor. 2 more breaths. Now, from here, turn your toes to the front of the mat, turn your fingertips to the front of the mat, and spin on the ball of the back foot. So now we're in this revolve side angle. Powerfully lifting through the back knee. Pause here, breathe in, and breathe out. Okay, take the top hand down to the mat, and then draw the heel towards your sits bone and hover here. And we're going to breathe in, take the leg up behind you. And then exhale, draw the knee into the nose, round the back. Now this time, breathe in, and we're going to take a powerful breath through the mouth. Hugging the belly in. We'll do that 1 more time. Breathe in. And hover here, breathe in. And breathe out. And then nice and slow, step back to your high plank. Pause here, breathe in. And then exhale, push back, downward facing dog. And then inhale, come high up onto the balls of the feet. With the exhale, you can bend the knees. You can step or jump. Or I'm just going to walk nice and slow to the top of the mat because my shoulder's been bothering me and I want to be careful and nurture myself. Bowing down. And then we're going to inhale, press the feet, arms sweep wide. And then exhale, hands come to the heart space. And when we build that light in our navel center, we really know what our higher truth is, and we know that we can move in a more intelligent way, not forcing ourselves into things that we've done in the past thinking we'll get the same results. Okay, so let's take the arms to the sky. Inhale. And then exhale, hands come to the heart space. And simply stepping back with the right foot, let the heel come down to the mat, sweep the arms up. Warrior 1. Now, this is the dynamic warrior 1. So we're going to take the left hand behind us, reach up out of the waist, slightly leaning forward so the low back lengthens and encourages you to draw the belly in. Now let's move here with the breath. Exhale, straighten the leg, arm comes down by the side. Okay, inhale, lean forward. And then exhale. So let's start to develop the inhale. So breathing in for about a count of 5. Remembering to look forward. So don't draw the chin in and look straight down. Look forward so the chin is more parallel. And then exhale. Okay, here we go. 6 count inhale. Exhale. Steady. 7 count inhale. Collarbones lift. There's a sense of lengthening in the upper back, expansion of prana in the chest. And then exhale. Navel hugs in. Okay, 8 count inhale. Smooth, even, controlled. And then let's pause here and just continue to work that longer inhale. Whatever it is for you. It could be somewhere between a 5 or 6 or 7 and 8, but choose one and stay consistent with that breath. Last breath in. And then let's exhale, straighten the front leg, sweep the right hand behind you, grab for the wrist, and then step the back foot in so you can really square the hips better. Draw the belly in, chest is lifted, but chin is still in, so that when we exhale and fold, there's length in the spine. No tugging on the neck or low back. And we're going to hang out here and breathe a 1-to-1 ratio of breath. And when you exhale, awareness really at the belly, and plant that mantra, whether it just be Om, which is super powerful, or Om Samanaya Swaha. 2 more breaths. And then let's come up halfway, breathe in. And then let's go ahead and take the right hand down to the inside of the foot or outside. I like to use a block here because it helps me really find extension in my spine. And then with the exhale, we twist, shoulder stack, and then the left arm comes up. Again, I'm going to look down, but you can look down, forward, or to your thumb. Looking up towards the thumb will help strengthen the neck. If you look down, there's a little bit more stretch. And then find that stabilizing 1-to-1 ratio of breath. And what you may notice is that holding the postures longer, you might start to shake in the body, but you might also notice how the mind just wavers a lot. And when we have too much information coming in, it can create a great instability within us. And that can show up on a physical level, it can show up on an emotional level or a mental level. So this is one of the reasons we want to build those pranic forces at the belly so we can really dissolve some of that stuff that's just flooding our nervous system. Okay, from here, let's inhale, backstroke the arms open, parallel the feet. Now my back is going to be turned to you, but we're still going to be moving to the front of the mat. So the left knee will bend. We're going to breathe in, and then you're going to exhale. So you might not be facing the camera, but that's okay. You've done this. You know where we are. Hand plants to the outside of the foot. And then inhale, come up. Okay, you guys ready to chant? Here we go. Om Samanaya Swaha. Inhale, rise. 2 more times. Om Samanaya Swaha. Awareness at the belly. Om Samanaya Swaha. And then pause here. Find your focal point for your gaze. If you can, start to straighten the left leg, but only if you can keep the hand on the floor. Remember, it's not about the hamstrings. We want this deeper, richer twist to help with the activation of samana. Okay, and then from here, turn your toes to the front of the mat, turn your fingers to the top of the mat, and then spin to the ball of the back foot, revolve side angle. Pause here and breathe in, and breathe out. Okay, take the hand down to the mat. Draw the heel into your sits bone, so hover here for a moment, and then with the next inhale, we'll take the leg up behind you. And then we're going to exhale, draw the knee back in, dome the back, maybe even bring the forehead towards the knee. Now we're going to add the breath. Inhale, take it back up. Forceful exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Last one. Pause here. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, step back to your high plank. And then exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Pause here. Make sure your breath is even and smooth before you move. Don't rush if the breath is erratic. We don't want to create more erratic feelings. Nervous system has enough. Okay, let's take the right leg to the sky. Inhale. Now, listen up. We're going to take the knee to the left elbow. And then as you take the knee to the left elbow, see if you can keep the shoulders square so you're not twisting the shoulders to try to get the knee further over. Okay, let's inhale. Take the leg back up. Exhale. Bring it back over to that left elbow. Inhale. Take it back up. And then exhale. Bring it over. Now, see if you can take the knee down to the left wrist. Sweep the knee over to the right wrist. And then pull the knee up towards the armpit. Okay, now we're going to take the knee back over to the left. Sweep it down to the wrist. Over to the right wrist. Pull it up. Bring it to center. Step between the hands. And then inhale. Ooh, back stroke the arms and come up. Warrior two. Front heel is lining up with the back arch. Pause here. Gather the breath. Gather your focus. Now let's bring your elbow. You can bring it down to your thigh or fingertips to the inside of the foot. Backhand, palm facing the ceiling. Now breathe in, sweep the arm by the ear. Bow the ribs. And then when you exhale, bring the hand down to your hip. Okay, so from here, let's bring in that inhale of 5. Expanding through that left lung. And then exhale, hand comes down. Okay, we're moving to that 8 count. So count for yourself here. We're moving from a 5 to a 6 to 7 to 8. Each time trying to build in a little more prana by taking a deeper breath in. Okay, we got one more. If we're moving at the same pace, maybe we're not. Okay, top arm reaches up overhead, 8 count. And then pause here. Gaze is steady. We want to do a super long hold. But if you're used to doing super fast yoga, then maybe this feels like a really long hold. But really the progression of yoga is to be able to hold these postures longer and longer because it gives us opportunity to refine the breath, refine our capacity to control the mind, and building prana, distributing where we want it to be distributed. Okay, take the top hand down to the mat, spin to the ball of the back foot. Now, we're going to come to a seated twist. You're going to take your left shin, bring it down to the floor. Knee is to the outside of the right foot. And sit down, both sits bones on the floor. Okay. Take your left hand, hook it around your shin. Right hand, bring it behind you. Lift tall, breathe in. Now with the exhale, we're going to do a pumping action here. So when you exhale, you're actually going to come into the twist. And with the inhale, you're going to come back out, okay? But guess what? We're going to add our chant into this too. Okay, so breathe in, lift up tall. Here we go. Om Samanaya Swaha. It's a nice long chant so we can twist nice and slow. Awareness stays at the churning of the belly. 2 more. Om Samanaya Swaha. Deep breath in. Om Samanaya Swaha. Now hold here, hold here. Keep lifting tall. Back of the neck is long. Close your eyes. Drop awareness down to the belly. Bring in those sacred sounds. Om Samanaya Swaha. Not seeking power outside of ourselves, not wasting our own power, but building it, collecting it, and holding it here in this hub of pranic energy. Now inhale, unwind. Okay, we're gonna actually come up to stand from here. So you gotta push off the hands perhaps. Stand on your right foot. Take your left foot, cross it behind the right. It's a little sciatic stretch here. Come high up onto the fingertips, breathe in, and then exhale, fold. Now, if you want, you can take your block with you to the right and have your hands on the block, or maybe you don't need that. But we're gonna come into a little bit of a twist here. Okay, so we're bowing down over the right thigh. Forehead is hugging towards the outer knee. Couple breaths here. Okay, walk back to center. Now press through the feet. Inhale, rise. Arms sweep up overhead. Centering breath to the heart. If you need an extra breath in and out because you feel a little dizzy, take it. But lift up through the stem of the spine. Front leg, your right leg, let's lift that up to the chest, okay? See if you can grab for the knee, or you can grab for that foot if you want the outer edge of the foot. And then from the navel center, you're gonna exhale, draw the navel towards the thigh. Then maybe sweep the hand behind you, palm facing up. And then keep lifting through the crown of the head. Maybe even drop that right hip down slightly, so you're not leaning so far to the left. Another 2 breaths in and out. Now very slowly sweep the hand down and forward. Both arms sweep up by your ears. As slow as you can, step back to that crescent-toed warrior, breathe in. And then we're gonna exhale, plant the hands and step back to your downward facing dog. Pause here, breathe in and out. Okay, left leg to the sky, inhale. And we're gonna go to the opposite elbow. So exhale, sweep the knee to the elbow, but try not to twist. Oh, and Junos loves to photobomb or video bomb, so here he is. And let's inhale, take the leg up behind you. And exhale. It's more like a sighting from the paparazzi, right? And then exhale. And then inhale, take it back up behind you. Okay, next one. Exhale, bring it in. Now pause here. And see if you can actually take that knee and drop it down towards the wrist. And then we're going to sweep it over to the left. Pull it up towards the knee or the armpit. And we got one more round. So bring it over to your right arm. Sweep it down to the right wrist. Take it to the left wrist, pull it back up to the arm, and then see if you can step to the center. And then from here, we're going to have a little bit of gratitude, right? Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, and then we're going to come up. Ooh, take a pause here, breathe in and out, and then we're going to open up warrior 2. Okay. So from here, bring your arm down to your thigh or fingertips to the inside of the foot. And then we're going to take that back hand, spin the palm towards the ceiling. Now inhale, arm sweeps up overhead. You know, you have to say that animals or all these distractions are really great for our practice because life is not without distraction, right? We have to stay centered and focused, right? Left arm or right arm sweep, 6 count, inhale. And then exhale. Keep the belly hugging in, 7 count in breath. Building a little prana with each lengthening inhale. Okay, moving towards that 8 count inhale. And let's do one more. Smooth breath. Pause here. Okay, now let's sweep the hands down to frame the foot, spin to the ball of the back foot. This is where we're going to come to our seated twist. So take the shin down to the mat, come down to sit, both sits bones on the ground if possible. Hook the right arm around your shin, left hand comes behind you, breathe in, lift up tall. And then with the exhale, we come into the twist. This is where we're going to add our mantra, either mentally or out loud. Breathe in, unwind. Om Samanaya Swaha. Eyes can be opened or closed. Breathe in, nice tall spine. Om Samanaya Swaha. We have one more. Om Samanaya Swaha. And then stay in the twist. Keep lifting through the crown, close the eyes, bring awareness down to the belly, and just bring in mentally that sacred sound. Just knowing these sacred sounds hold a lot of pranic energy, which will help activate the pranic forces within us. So when we combine the movement, the appropriate asanas, the twist or the forward bends to help activate samana, and we bring conscious awareness to the breath and to where our thoughts are going, and bring in the sacred sound, then we are utilizing all these tools together to support us in our intention to have greater capacity to digest, to assimilate and metabolize, and then unwind. Okay, here we go. Let's stand up. Push off. Take the left leg behind the right. Bow it down, exhaling. And then we're going to walk the hands to the left and keep drawing the right hip back so you're not really twisting the hips. We're twisting the torso. And draw the forehead towards the knee. When our light is bright, we can discern truth when it's being spoken to us, and we can discern our own inner truth. We can be vital in our mental, physical, and emotional health. When we're healthy in all three of those, then our spiritual health will thrive as well. Let's walk back to center. Push off the feet. Inhale, rise. Ooh. And then exhale, hands come to the heart space. If you feel a little lightheaded or woozy, take another breath because we're coming to a balancing pose. So we want to make sure we have stable breath. Shift the weight to your right foot. Draw your left knee up to your chest. And then hold on to it with your opposite hand, your right hand. Twist from the belly so navel turns towards the thigh. And then sweep the left hand behind you. You can look at the hand if you like. I'm going to look forward or kind of a little diagonal today because it's easier for me to do this. And I can, not that we're going for what's easy, but I guess during a video I don't want to fall, but that's okay too if I did, right? Okay, now from here, let's go ahead and turn forward. Arms sweep up by the ears, and then slow transition back to that crescent-toed warrior. Land on the ball of the foot, and then take a breath in. And then exhale, hands come down, step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, nothing fancy. We're just going to come down onto your knees. Just take a child pose here for a brief moment. Okay, and then inhale, come all the way back up. I'm going to turn to face the camera. Now, this time I will mirror you because it will be a little bit easier for you to follow. Okay. So we're going to come into Gomukhasana. So you're going to take your right knee and see if you can stack it over your left knee. So my legs don't naturally land that way, so I have to give them a little squeeze to help them stack. The closer the heels are to the body, the less strain it is on your outer hip. If you need more, you kick the feet away. Take your palms, fingertips together, bring them to the bottoms of the feet. Take a breath in and out and just feel that soothing quality to the palms on the bottom of the feet, the sense of grounding. And then take another breath in. And then we're going to exhale, just hinge from the hips and fold forward. Let the head be heavy. Relax the jaw. don't know if you could hear that, but that was a really big pop in my jaw when I kind of opened my mouth and moved my jaw around. Just releasing that tension that is chronically held in the face. Two more breaths. Now you can stay here if this is appropriate for your body, or if you can, let's walk the hands over to the right. So you're actually going to hook the elbow over the shin if you can. Now breathe in, lengthen the chest away from the thigh first, and then exhale, fold. And keep hugging the elbows towards one another so they're not flaring out. So you still have the sense of stability through the shoulder girdle. And as you fold forward, still let the head be heavy and bring awareness down to the belly. So a deep forward bend, a deep twist. Our intention of bringing mantra Om Samana Swaha to the belly. Okay, let's inhale, come up. Just take a pause at center, stabilizing breath. Okay, and then we're going to switch sides. So stacking your left knee on top of the right. Again, give a little squeeze if you need to. And then we're going to root our sits bones down into the earth. Okay. Palms on the bottom of the feet. Lift tall. Breathe in and out. And when you feel this nice, beautiful length through the spine, then bring that with you as you exhale and fold forward. Let the head be heavy. Your forehead may or may not make it to the knee. You can always bring a block underneath between your knee and your chest for your forehead to rest, or just don't even worry about it. Okay, and then from here, we're going to walk the hands over to the left. Try to hook the elbow over the knee if possible. Don't worry about if it's not quite there yet. And then hug the elbows towards one another so they're parallel. Take a breath in, and then exhale, relax. I don't know if relax is the best word to use, because for some of us, this is really challenging to relax into because there's a lot of sensation. But just lean into the inhale and the exhale. Smooth it out, and it will help soothe the nervous system, which will help the muscles relax. And just bringing your awareness back to your mantra, whether it's Om Samanaya Swaha or Om. And that will also help us focus more on the intention and less on the sensation. Okay, and let's inhale, come back up to center. Pause here, breathe in and out. Okay, and let's unwind the legs. We're going to take them wide, okay? Okay, so for me, I like to put something between my hips so that when I fold forward, the belly has something to rest on. You can use a bolster, a blanket, or you can place your elbows on the block and let the forehead rest. And so as you fold forward with the exhale, just find your physical posture, your seat. And then once you're here and you might notice that once you relax, you could go maybe a little bit deeper. But then just find stability in the posture, stillness in the posture, and steadiness in the breath. We'll hold another 5 breaths, so just be with whatever is with you right now. Can we be still and stable with whatever presents itself to us? And if the pranic forces at the belly are strong, usually the answer is yes. Okay, and then inhaling, coming back up to center. Just pause here, no rush. And then from here, let's come on to your backs, okay? Okay, and just coming down one vertebra at a time. Let the head rest on the mat, bend the knees, heels in line with the sits bones. Okay, so from here, we're just going to shift the hips over to the right 2 inches, and then just let the knees drape loosely to the left, and then you can gaze right if that's okay in your neck. Just a nice wide twist. If you want to take your left hand to your belly, you can do that. Close the eyes and bring in your mantra again, or even just the intention that I'm opening up to the light that is within me. I'm intentionally building the power and the capacity to dissolve obstacles, untruths, too much information, too much food. My capacity to really extract truth, wisdom. We don't have to do extreme postures for that to be so. The intention and the breath are more powerful than the body. Okay, let's come back to center. Okay, shift the hips to the left 2 inches and let the knees drape loosely to the right. Right hand can come to the belly, left arm can be out to the side, looking to the ceiling or towards your left thumb. Just feel the soft rise and fall of the belly with each breath in and out. Om Samanaya Swaha. Okay, and then inhale, come back to center. Okay, let's straighten the left leg, draw the right knee into the chest. Back of the neck is long. If you need to, you can put a blanket underneath the back of the head so the chin isn't jutting up. The soft drawing in of the chin, soft drawing in of the front ribs. And as you breathe in and out, perhaps you can feel the belly pressing into the thigh, the right side of the belly. And then breathe in here. And as you exhale, just curl up, bringing your forehead towards your knee. And pause here, just for a couple breaths. And then slowly unwind, coming down with the in-breath. And then let's straighten the right leg and draw the left knee in. And just hold here a few breaths. Feeling the left side of the belly press into or towards the left thigh. Smooth Ujjayi. And with the next exhale, curl up, bring the forehead towards the knee. Pause here. Even though the volume may have changed in the breath, it's still smooth and even. And then slowly come down, one vertebra at a time, and then draw both knees into the chest. Breathe in here, and then we'll exhale, we'll curl up. We'll just do a little pumping action here. Inhale, straighten the arms. You're still holding onto the shins, head comes down to the floor. And then we'll exhale and we'll curl up. Inhale, straighten the arms. And this next time we're going to exhale, come up and just pause here, a couple breaths. With each exhale, you pull the knees a little bit more tightly in. And then inhale, unwind. And just do any additional movements you need to find comfort here as we slide the legs wide, arms wide. And we're moving into Shavasana. Now I'm going to come up to sit and guide you through Shavasana. You stay where you are. And I'll let you know when it's time to come back. So take up as much space as you need to. And then take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. And let's do that again, but make some sound this time. So deep breath in. Make any sound that needs to be released from the body. Feel the jaw relax. And then bring awareness down to the navel. And we're going to shift into a diaphragmatic rhythm of breath. So no contraction of the throat. We're still breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, but the breath is just a nice, long, luxurious inhale. And then a complete exhale. And minimizing or eliminating any pauses or breaks in the breath. So the breath becomes circular in nature, seamless. So you might have to shorten the breath to half your capacity or 3/4 in order to do that, and that's perfectly fine. The rhythm and the smoothness of the breath is by far more important than how deeply you can breathe in or out. And we'll take another 5 breaths, each one increasingly smooth and even, but also increasingly nourishing and grounding. Nourishing with the inhale, grounding with the exhale. And then relax the breath. But awareness stays at the belly. And then sensing that here at the navel, this point that is near the spine, behind the navel, near the spine, since there's a point here of focus. Like the center of a sphere, and that this sphere is about 6 inches in diameter. And you can sense that energetic sphere in all directions. You're just holding awareness here. The center of that sphere. The energy that surrounds the center, about 6 inches in all directions. Body is relaxed. And the breath is just becoming increasingly subtle as you relax more deeply. And then relax awareness at the belly. Relax the body more deeply. Relax the breath. And you can stay here as long as you like. Take as much rest as you need. But if you're ready, deepen the breath. Stretch the arms overhead. And then draw your knees to your chest and roll to your right side. And take a pause here in the fetal position. And when you're ready, come to your seat. Find a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. And as you come to your seat, plant the hands back on the belly. Let the belly be soft. You're not trying to suck it in, to flatten it, or make it into a shape that you've seen in a magazine, but just let it be what it is. And just sense your own power within you. Now there's a meditation that goes with this practice that is Samana Vayu meditation, and you're welcome to stop the recording and find that, and we'll transition into the meditation, or we can end this practice with our chant. Okay, so let's take a breath in, out through the mouth, and we're going to end the way we began with chanting Om Samana Vayu. So Om Samanaya Swaha. 3 times. Nice deep breath in. Om Samanaya Swaha. Awareness at the belly. Om Samanaya Swaha. Om Samanaya Swaha. hands together, bow the head down, and have a moment of gratitude and an honoring that within us we hold the capacity to digest, to assimilate and metabolize information and extract what we need, and to let go of what we do not. And then I encourage you to extend your practice to the meditation or come back to it. The meditation of Samana Vayu. Knowing that when we add the meditation in, we can go deeper and cultivate more power, more clarity. So when you're ready, just opening the eyes, look at a point somewhere on the floor in front of you, just grounding yourself to this space, to this moment. And when you're ready, you can bring yourself fully back. And may you have a blessed day, and may you, throughout your day, feel your power. And if you don't, come back to this practice or come back to your awareness of the belly and stop and pause and breathe and tap back in. Until next time, my friends, keep practicing. Namaste.